Tika ma perna.
There's no time to waste.
Moya.
Says talking to you was interesting. Good to be able to get stuff done while the world is awake. You missed nothing. There's news. Let's see. That's a gnoat. Easy prey for lupin. For everyone else, they're a perfect mount and easily tamed if they are kept fed. It's the chug yard. Nothing simple. It's locked. Need a key. This might be the end of everything as we know it. Oh, it's locked. The board mainly has posts from those that used to work at the chug yard back in the days gone. They don't make much sense these days. Not much more to say about the board, but Gizmo is holed up in the underyard here working on that Mkton of his. The Toxanol Corporation used to run chugger-chuggers out of here, big machines on rails with smokestacks that fouled the air. They can carry you anywhere you like. Well, anywhere that they go to, and then you can leg it from there. You're on the right track. Keep your eyes open. Tride's always scavenging for scrap, and the yard has plenty to go around. But they should have stuck to looting instead of playing around with sprockets. One down soon. Bompa bonkers busy ram-banging the door. This is your chance. That's going to leave a mark. You can see so much farther in the light. Let's see. Yes, you can do anything. The sky's the limit. Now, let's take this back to Earth. Wow, you really took that all the way down to the end, in flames. It's a wonder some of these up and downs still work. Guess they built machines better in the past. The spent nuclear fuel that Toxanol dumped in the surf had detrimental effects on the marine habitats, while the overflowing landfills contaminated the groundwater, Combined, this sent their world hurtling on an inevitable road to ruin. I need to brush up on my Wando, but I have a feeling he believes it was you that caused the bang at the yard. Gizmo remembers you as a nice kidling, and he can still sense the warmth of your good heart. But Gizmo says how you experience a memory can be different. You know the story, but sometimes the truth it brings is personal. It carries so much hate, and its insatiable hunger has only increased over the years since it claimed revenge on your parents. He understands history made Lupa Lupin a big part of your past, your present, and soon, your future. He says you should know that what's meant to be will always find a way, but history shouldn't consume you. Gizmo understands you still have strong feelings, but urges you to keep them under control. You've witnessed firsthand what it'll lead to.
Good work, clever clogs. Let me guide you into the dark.
Seriously? I always thought better of you than that.
And you were wrong. There's always more dark than light.
There's still time to turn back.
They're already heading down my road.
Hard to believe the world is actually going to survive. Just seemed impossible till now. Grateful to you for coming back and doing your best to change things. You were the only chance they had. Wonders if you liked working with the Myriad. But that's not important now. Gizmo says it's taken a long time to bring the past up to the present, and where you go from here is up to you. You need to set the past aside, at least for now. He can't leave the Underyard as he has no protection against the vacuum in the dead zone, so you need to salvage scrap to upcycle the Mkton, starting with the old crate outside. You should return when you've retrieved the scrap. There's no time to waste if you want to make the Mkton strong enough to fight the Jumbo Puff. That's what he decided to call it after he saw it for the first time. It's big and fluffy. That's accurate enough. If you can see past the blue color, that is. There's short of breath and death to this zone. Better take care. He who half breathes, half lives. That's the leftover you're looking for. Wonder what you can find down here. Stay away from that biohazard. You'll want to wash yourself off for a month. The spent nuclear fuel that Toxanol dumped in the surf had detrimental effects on the marine habitats, while the overflowing landfills contaminated the groundwater. Combined, this sent their world hurtling on an inevitable road to ruin. He says that's enough to get the Mkton functional. You'll have an engine, a fuel soaker, a gun, and a gathering net, but no armor. Nor... He made a suction device, so the Mkton can use the black tar as an instant refuel. You can also use it to clear oily goo puddles, so you can pass and access hard-to-get-to areas. He's been working on another project for the Mkton, a cannon, but it needs ammunition, and by that he means the sqvips. He says if they're trained right, they'll turn into a distraction for the jumbo puff. The best way to find sqvips is to go talk to Moog. He knows the ins and outs of every breathing thing left alive after the apocalypse. Unfortunately, this means you'll have to venture farther out into the dead zone than Moog's camp on the steep depot. Once you find Moog, he'll be able to give you directions to where you'll find sqvips. It's a little feisty and tough critter, a perfect fit for a live ammunition, if you ask him. The grease monkey's Mkton is built sturdy, just like himself. Can you imagine how this place used to look before the dead oil flood? Sob about the thin air later. Why walk on your own legs? Might want to hold your breath before you head any further. You're about to witness the breathtaking vistas of what's known as the Dead Zone. In the old world, roads like this really led somewhere. Now, most of them lead to disaster. That over there is Steepo Depot, the cliffside that Moog hangs on to. This one's impressed to see you out here. He figured you'd be dead by now. Not many are as tough and clever as you must be. Says a monster hunter hears many things on the wind. Choosing what to kill and what to spare are the most important decisions you'll make. You might have a steady aim, but you need to be sure that you pick your targets with care. It's hard to make those life or death decisions for others, but someone's got to do it. Otherwise, they'll do it themselves, and you know they'll miss. Claims he mostly kills whoever he doesn't like. Wonders why you work so hard to keep things alive. Bullets help thin the herd instead. Says you should give up on working with the stubborn myriad. He keeps trying to put out their lights and they keep putting up new ones. He's afraid you're just as stubborn as them. But enough of that, right? He says the wildlife, nature, has changed and turned against us. Instincts of survival took over when the world changed. He's not sure about their veggie diet anymore, and if it's changed, who knows what it's done with the chemical composition of their body output. Right now, though, he feels he's come to a point where he's got a pretty clear idea on the whereabouts of monsters, both tall and short. Says as big as they are, the world is bigger. To find where they are, you need to see where they've been. Moog says you must learn to walk before you can run. It takes practice before you can call yourself a monster hunter. Fortunately for you, he can help. He understands you need to start off with something small before you go big. There's no better place to start than a sqvip cave. Hunting down a couple of these little critters for yourself should keep you on your toes. Says you stick to the hunting and shots present themselves later. Let's see. Brains need more airtime than this. Wait, it's the sqvip hole-up. The place is just filled with critters. This is more like it. Once the volatilization from the nuclear waste evaporated, a volatile gas rose through the soil and infested structures, even Toxanol's own buildings. So, in a way, they caused their own death. Oh, idea. Go knock the lid off that sludge truck. It'll fill the place up and you can get up to that entrance there. Not going to race away this time. Take this seriously, or it'll take you down. Looks like the switches need to be turned to match so enough charge can flow through the conductors. Bristles like the hair of one electrified. You need to line up the switches so they match. Good. That's enough electric current to initiate the actuators and activate the framework. Looks good. Hard and sharp. Should cover up your most important parts. What? Dirt. Don't let the dark time take you. He says that's enough sqvips to sustain the Mkton's claw crane cannon with infinite ammunition. Well done. That's the special weapon he made to store the sqvips in the Mkton. It will be strong enough to launch them at the jumbo puff. Gizmo's made vehicles before to confront the jumbo puff himself, but failed. But this time, it's different. The Mkton will be strong enough to do the job. It's time to put a stop to the World Eater now. Otherwise, he fears the damage it's caused to the tree already will be too much to handle. There's time to improve the Mkton before you confront the puff. There are more wreck boxes out in the dead zone with gear you should be able to equip the Mkton with on your own. He got the idea to build the Mkton when he found a big crate containing the metal frame for something Toxanol had named an exoskeleton. Gizmo wants to help if he can. You need to help Gizmo defeat the jumbo puff before it destroys the west route. Wishes there was someone big enough to stand up to the jumbo puff. Says you'll meet again. Gizmo wants to help if he can. Glad to see you stopped keeping to yourself and are actually helping these days. Thinks it's strange that your follower is a machine. Understands you have things to do. Gizmo wants to help if he can. Seems surprised you have to go. Amazing to see so much happening today. That's shut and good. Need the right key. You need to line up the switches so they match. Good. That's enough electric current to initiate the actuators and activate the framework. You can see a lot farther now than at night. That's a resource totem, a monument left behind by those that picked scrap, trying to keep the area clean. Bet you could make something shiny out of that metal. It's Bionucleus 6D. Hopefully there's nothing active inside. This area is bio-contaminated. It's really hazardous. Looks like the radionic controls need a nudge to frequency an airwave signal. Turn the radionics knob to find the right frequency. Turn the radionics knob to find the right frequency. Feeling lurgy yet? You're a... The Sknaptrut outpost. The Jagni tribe first nested here long ago. Let's see. Cutting edge. Scrapalicious. Got more than a flesh wound. Flash the slash. There's a serenity about this spot. It's a place for rest and recovery. When day... I don't think you could make a home here. Just a few moves left. Make them count. This place is S-Mart, home of a notorious thingamajig broker. Let's see. Offers you extraordinary prices for extraordinary things. Didn't have much else to say, so no problem. You found Bionucleus 8C. These towers are one of the main reasons the old world went under. There are things out there waiting for you. Shop, shop. That's one just over there. Go for it. You're on the ropes. Ready for battle again. Hey, nice shot. You're in pain. Hardly seemed fair. The world is full of secrets waiting to be uncovered.